Praise be to God when good things happen because of God. What about when bad things happen because of God?
The first half of what you say there is in so many words, I think, what I was saying before, which is that, yes, this goes both ways. That is, thanks be to God when he is able to provide us with the grounding for resisting oppression and throwing off tyranny.
Yeah.
But what about when
he
the same
doesn't?
God is used to justify the exact opposite?
Right, but you're going to.
All I'm saying is that this goes both ways.
So again, yeah, praise be to God when good things happen because of God. What about when bad things happen because of God?
And we'll never know.
But you're going to have to weigh in one side or the other.
We'll
meaning
also,
that in terms of utility, right? You're building
Yes.
a society. Let's say that I won't say you're God. Let's say that you are master of a society and you get to build that society. One of the things that presumably you are going to do is you're going to build in certain things that are untouchable, right? There's going to be certain moral precepts that you're going to build in that are untouchable. And
Yeah,
how are you going
nothing
to
is untouchable.
justify those things to people such that they are going to believe you? You're going to either have to use compulsion
I don't
or you're
know
going
if
to
I would
have
do
to
that.
use some sort of other argument that is so strong that they are going to overweigh their self. I mean, there's a reason why Voltaire suggested he didn't believe in God, but he hoped that his maid did, so she wouldn't steal the silverware.
Yeah, that's an interesting indictment on the position that theists don't say that atheists can't be moral, right? When people have this argument about morality,
Here we go. That believers say that atheists can't be moral. This really grinds my gears.
Atheists can certainly be moral.
well, oftentimes people
There you
have this misunderstanding of the argument. Christopher Hitchens did it best in saying, we don't need divine permission to be good and all of this. Fine, but as you say, you don't need to believe in God to be good, but you need to believe in God to ground that goodness. But then when you sort of casually throw in this statement by Voltaire, I don't believe in God, but I hope that my maid does. That implies that actually maybe you do think that without the belief in God, somebody isn't going to
No, I think that
morally.
Voltaire thought that he was good, meaning that Voltaire was an atheist and thought that he was good. But his point was sort of back to the Straussian Platonic point.
His point was that he hoped his maid believed in God because without that belief, she wouldn't be able to act morally.
Right. So because again, when we're arguing on the basis of broad societal utility, one of the things. So I happen to be in the habit.
So let's stick on that. I'm not super familiar with that quote. I'm not super familiar with Voltaire, to be honest. But the idea that I don't believe in God, but I hope my maid does, so she doesn't steal the silverware, I think is very, very, very strong in Ben's argument. Because remember, it's not, is this true? The question is religion good or bad for society? And I think for right now, it is good for society. It's not true. And so we should be moving to a place where it is not good for society to believe in false things. However, that's where we are. So when there are people like me, like atheists here, like Alex O'Connor, who don't believe in God and yet still have a morality. But Ben brings out a quote like what Voltaire said. Voltaire understanding like, okay, I'm not going to steal shit just because I don't believe in God. But I don't know that she's not going to steal shit if she doesn't believe in God. That is that's Islam for you, buddy. I think if Ben clamps down on that, then he might have an argument in that, like, okay, fine, Alex, you're a good person and you don't need a God. Do you think that applies to everybody? That is the only argument here. That, okay, it can be done, but in the same way that we're like, I mean, there could be people who use God for good or God for bad. Well, there could be, ways that that atheism or a lack of God is used for good or bad. Which good is better and which bad is worse? Bill Bradley said, I'm not sure religion is the focal point per se. Atheists killed a bunch of people in the USSR and the Chinese Cultural Revolution, stamping out religion being part of the goal. Cultural chauvinism is the issue for me. What about zeal of all stripes? Live and let live should be the goal in my mind. The only thing I'll push back on is that the atheists of the USSR were not they were not following it was outside of the atheism. There's nothing within atheism that, like, the atheists who killed a bunch of people in the USSR, they also brushed their teeth. They also shat sitting down. That's just a thing about people. And so I'm not going to completely just say like religion was not a part of it, but it's very, very different when the ideology is pushing it versus the ideology not stopping it. That's the difference, specifically with the USSR. It's not that the atheism was pushing the violence. It's simply that the atheism was not stopping it. Watch out. Yeah, gotcha. Inverted Mystic said, some people would say communism is a religion. And I said, shit, me too. Bill Bradley said it was that communism sees religion as a challenge, that communism sees religion as a challenge to state authority. And yeah, but that's communism. That's not atheism. They might unfortunately go hand in hand throughout history, but they're very, 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 very different things. Bill said the desire I have, no religion was pushing the violence. I would call that atheist. The desire to have no religion was pushing. Yeah, but the desire to have no religion has nothing to do with atheism. The desire to have no religion existing has nothing to do with whether or not you personally accept a truth claim in as to a God or not. I understand the connection. I'm not saying that they're not connected. I'm saying they are very different in the sense that they were atheists, and because of the religions, they wanted to kill people. It was not atheism itself. There's nothing within atheism that says you have to get rid of religion. That doesn't happen. But there is doctrines within religions that said you have to get rid of atheists and apostates. So it's not the same thing. It was terrible. It was horrible. But just because you kill somebody and you happen not to believe in God doesn't mean the atheism is making you do anything. Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed that clip, check out the full live stream link in the bio and catch me live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. See you there.